Value is the lights and darks in an artwork.
We also talk about them as highlights and shadows. When I teach value, I typically talk about value in numbers. For the very beginning learner, I talk about it as values 1 through 5, 1 being white, 5 being the darkest dark black. For the advanced student, we start to talk about the value scale on a larger number scale, and really it's individual to each person. Some people might see 20 different shades of value. Some might see 8. Now, the key to creating the illusion of three-dimensional form is adding highlights and shadows correctly to reveal the form of an object. You need a light source, and this little asterisk here kind of identifies the light source or where the light source is coming from for this drawing. Shadows are in the middle gray and darker spots on the object. And so we have shadows here. This is what we call a cast shadow. It's one of the darkest shadows, and it's a shadow created by the object blocking whatever the light source is and creating a casted shadow or cast shadow of the object. It's usually found on the surface, behind, beside, or below the object. Highlights are the brightest light areas created by the light source bouncing off the closest part of the object. So
I'm going to create a value scale for myself here, and I would suggest you try this out. I have a 2B pencil. I'm going to start by actually working with my darkest values first, and then I'm going to work my way to my lightest. Now remember, your lightest value should be white of the paper. So I'm not going to put anything here. I'm going to leave it white. But I'm going to start by pressing really, really, really hard with my pencil. And I'm going to work from really dark, hard pressure to lightening my pressure on my pencil. And I'm trying to create as many different shifts in value as I can that I can identify, and then I will number them out. I feel like I have 1, 2, a very large 3, a 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's probably a 1 through 7 scale. If I was working with my whole set of pencils, I could probably get something a little larger, like a 1 through 10 or 1 through 12 scale. As a beginner, I want you to start off with 5, no fewer than 5. So yours would look something like this. So beginner scale would look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see a distinct shift in those values. 5, just make sure it's your absolute darkest. You've pressed super, super hard with your pencil. 3 should be a medium gray. 2 should be very, very light. And if needed, if you have trouble creating the right pressure with your pencil to get a number 2 value, you can use a kneaded eraser. These erasers are fun if you've never seen these before. You knead them like bread, or dough, I should say dough, bread dough, and it cleans them for you. So they don't leave any of the eraser dust. And then you can just press down to lighten that value a little bit. And it tends to be just a little bit darker than the white of the paper, but light enough to give you that light gray that you're looking for.